poetry has a place in dance. Dance has a place in fire eating. Like, I think it's just like we are all the same, but we express art in different forms. Like, it's still the same energy, like the same message. My name is David Osaudion Odiase. My stage name is the 78 Psalmist. I am a spoken word artist, performance, and also a writer of some sorts. I mostly major in making of poetry, films, and performative art and experimental art forms. I am a facilitator for this year's Slum Party, and this is like my first time in Oworo. It's really been a very, very learning curve. Like, it's been a learning curve for me as a creative, because I got to see firsthand the power of community and how much impact that we can make with grooming young minds in the way of art. So far so good. I've basically been involved in curating poetry to interpret sessions for the past couple of days now. I've got to meet really, really amazing creatives. Like, I think for the first time, it has really opened my mind to how much we need to do as creatives in terms of collaboration, not just for those in Nigeria as well, but across Africa. And I also got to see the fact that if any real change is to be made as far as Lagos is a country, we need to start from the community. We need to start to groom young minds. Art is like a weapon through which, when we give these people and we enable their minds, they are also able to make vital change.
Where I come from, we are a quick notice away from becoming vacant bodies. My people
What I think I'm looking forward to a very, very immersive experience. We are working on a couple of things like poetry, art installation. Then there's collaboration. I think I'm doing something with like a dancer, yeah. Then we also have a group performance whereby we have dance, we have fire eaters, we have it's just so immersive. Like, it's not just art being limited to just one particular skill. It's as in like a conglomerate of different creatives just coming together to just make beautiful art and pass a message. And one thing that I would like to draw focus to is the fact that we are not just making art for art's sake. We are trying to imagine the world that we want, because it is one thing to just create art just for saying, okay, I want to make art that is good or that's entertaining, but it's another thing to add a bit of purpose to what you're doing. So we are trying to make Lagos is a country into trying to envision what we see in our Lagos and trying to say, okay, this and this is what we would like to see, and not just tackle it from a perspective of reality, but from our envision, the power of our mind. And I would say it's a beautiful experience. You all should be here right now. It's a beautiful experience. For me, even as a writer, as a poet, I have to say this for one. I have been blessed to meet people with really, really, who know their stuff. Beyond just the writing, there is also the rubbing of minds, I think, which is very, very important. There is collaboration, there is conversation, then there's just the bonding, the soul bonding of like minds. Although we do art in different ways, yeah, but there's just this spirit of community, and I think that is one way in which we can actually make vital change through art. We have the dancing community, we have the poets community, we have people from all across Africa here. The fact that we're able to come together itself is actually a means on its own. Everybody is in sync. There is nobody dancing out of message. There's no one talking out of message. There is this uniformity of purpose. I will try as much as possible to apply it in my own community when I get back to my space. I feel blessed, actually. I feel blessed. The value of what Slum Party has added to me as a person, to me as a creative. Creativity should not just be alone. There is more impact to be made when there is a collective of people, telling a singular message. Not everybody not every message would be understood by dance alone. Not every message will be understood by poetry alone, you know. Not every message will be understood by visual arts alone, you know. There has to be, you know, a symbiosis, you know, of all these different art forms coming together to tell a particular message. Yeah. Okay, what I mean by alone is we should stop living in isolation. Like, we should stop acting as if, okay, let's say as a poet or as a creative, we should stop acting as if, okay, like now only we get this thing, or like now now we got give to the user, you know. Like, we all have different gifts, and there's not really bad in us like coming together. Like, no man has a three-dimensional knowledge, you know. We only have one part of it. So until we try to collaborate, like see what we can do together, then we can actually accomplish something much greater than what we are doing on our own. So that is what I mean by alone. Yeah.
Igodo migodo, ebopairo, not to say here. No juju can make one immune to grief. For when a man dies, his wife becomes a widow. When a widow dies, we say her children are orphans. When a culture is put to the knife, what do its people become?